Another shading technique is called stippling. I have to admit, I'm not really a big user of this particular shading technique, and you'll see why. It's actually just using dots. So you're just creating darker areas, or more, actually you would closer together dots to form our tonal shades. Okay, so remember, top left is where my light source is coming in from. So my dots are going to become more closer together, so it gives the effect of the darker tone. I do actually create portraits using this technique, and it's otherwise known as pointillism. So if you were using a fine liner, you may have seen these created by various other artists, that you're creating the portrait using dots but using a fine liner, but then when held at a distance it creates the portrait. It becomes very, very clear. So when you're working on top of it, all you see is just loads and loads of dots, but then when you stand away from it, all those dots seem to join together to form the shape of what you're drawing. So yeah, you can see, if you were, it's fine if you want to draw a portrait in it using a fine liner, but using a pencil, I'm not really a huge fan. You can see how time consuming it is. It's so much easier to use other techniques for this, particularly, you know, sphere shape. Do the blending and smudging. Love that one. So anyway, let's get back to this. So basically, the higher we get where the lightest area is, you would be spacing out your dots to form the lightest areas. Then you start to bring them closer together for the midtones. It's very, very time consuming. I'm bored already, if I'm honest. Keep going. Keep going. And now my hand is aching. My fingers aching. And this is not a very big sphere shape either, this circle that I've created. So yeah, you're just going to keep hitting the pencil on your page to create your stippling effect. Going over and over the dots that are already there to create the darker areas. This might look quite nice, you know, you could use colour pencils, different tones of pinks and purples would look quite nice with this effect. As I say, it's just so time consuming. My goodness. Right, let's go around to the left. And then the more spaced out your dots, the lighter the area is regarding tonal shading. So I'm not going to go too mad at the top. Remember, we need to try and get that circular shape to create the 2D form, so it kind of needs to come round into a curve as well. There is a chance, you know, that if you forget that, you're going to make the sphere look quite flat. So it does need to come round into a curve to create that circular 2D form. Just go over again. A bit more spaced out. Have a go at it, you know, see what you think. I mean, this is my personal opinion on stippling. As I say, I create portraits using fine liners, and it's called pointillism because it's using dots, but yeah, stippling is a shading technique. Gives good texture, yeah, I like that. And as I say, it could work with colour pencils, I think, but for the purpose of this, very time consuming. Although, you know what, you could think of this as maybe it's a sphere created using sand. So you've added texture to it, so there's an idea. You could use stippling to show different materials that you've used to create a ball shape. There you go, stippling.